Welcome to Second Sake, the show that focuses on the issues behind the news. Mining Weekly editor Martin Creamer joins me today to unpack the latest coming out of the mining industry. Amplats has completed repairs on its Anglo Convertor plant Phase B units ahead of schedule. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, it's been a remarkable achievement by Anglo American Platinum to actually get this plant back up to speed ahead of schedule and for a budget that was envisaged, but it's at the low side of the budget. So they've done a very good job because a lot of people depend on this, not only Anglo American Platinum, but other platinum mines put their product through this. So it was good for them to get up ahead of schedule so that the other producers can also benefit and not have to do new arrangements, which are always difficult. And it was quite a curious collapse of the system. It's a fantastic plant. I mean, if you see the ACP plant, it's the Anglo Convertor plant. It's really world class. And what happened was they realized that the explosion had set them back, but they had, the plant B to come in. So they just immediately assumed, while we fix the one that's been exploded, we'll go to plan B and then we will just continue producing. But lo and behold, when they did that, they found that there was explosion risk at the standby plant. So they had to go for an 80-day period. And they said they'd do it in 80 days, but of course they've done it far quicker than that. So it's very good, and I think they need to be given a pat on the back for the quick recovery.
And gold miner Harmony Gold has announced a healthy operating free cash flow. Can you unpack that?
Yes, Harmony Gold have got a good cash position at the moment. It's 13% up to 3 billion rand. So they have that on hand. But of course, they've got to buy Umpaneng mine and mine waste solutions from Anglo Gold Ashanti. And they had said all along they would use their own cash to do this initial payment of $200 million, and that they wouldn't actually go to the market to raise extra capital. They'd do it from their own kitty, and they would raise debt, or they'd have a combination of both. But because of the uncertainty of COVID-19, they told shareholders yesterday that the plan has changed, that they now will go to the market. They will go to those shareholders. They will ask those shareholders to give them that $200 million. And of course, that was a surprise to the shareholders because they had been told all along that they would use their own cash to do this. And in tradition, Harmony has had a record for the last 3 years of using its own cash and its own debt to buy other parts of Anglo Gold Ashanti, which have been very successful purchases. And if you put everything together, it's like $700 million. But they're saying now, because of this uncertainty, they definitely want to change their plan. And although they've got cash at the moment, no one knows how long this COVID-19 is going to go on for. So on the 11th of June, they will have an extraordinary shareholders meeting and set this out. And they seem to have contingency plans. If normal shareholders don't want to take this up, they could have other shareholders come in. It seemed clear that they are confident that they'll be able to raise this $200 million in the form of equity capital.
And the knock-on effects of COVID-19 are being felt at the Dwarsrivier chrome mine.
Yes, we haven't had many positive cases in the mining industry. But yesterday it was announced that at Dwarsrivier chrome mine, a person had tested positive, which of course sent a bit of a shockwave through the industry because initially the names that Reuters were putting out as the owners of Dwarsrivier weren't quite correct. So there was a bit of consternation, a lot of phone calls going around, but it is the Dwarsrivier chrome mine, and we'll stick to that and forget about all the other linkages. And that is where the situation has arisen, where one of the employees has proved COVID-19 positive. So they've had to suspend all the workings. Now, another report has just come through this morning. And again, it's like not the usual type of correspondence you get from the mining companies. Often they will give you a media release on this. This is not happening unless you phone them and ask them, particularly like we had to do for Dwarsrivier yesterday. Now, again, there's another company just popped up this morning, and I don't want to mention their name, but it is in News 24 already that there's been another positive case. So our journalists now are rushing around to find out exactly the comment from the company. Because if you have to suspend your operations now, which normally happens following a positive finding, it does have big financial repercussions. Perhaps the company concerned is just waiting a bit to see everything. We also found out from Harmony yesterday that the test turnaround time, in their view, is too long. It's 2 days. So they can't wait those 2 days because they have to put mine workers into quarantine. So what they want to do is they want to establish test facilities on the mines so that those tests will be done virtually, very quickly. So they'll know how to quarantine people, get them away very, very fast, and allow others to continue working. And it seems to be an industry move now. They spoke of the industry wanting to set up their own test facilities in-house on the mine so that they can know quickly what reactions they should take. And it was quite enlightening because they said in Papua New Guinea, where they are part shareholders, they have the Hidden Valley mine. They already have the testing facilities on site. So it seems like something that mines will do, probably all of them will do. And we even note from the reports coming out from the United States, this testing can be a big holdup. In New York, you found a lot of tests have been done, but they wait a long time for the reports to come back, and that's not good. So I think the mining industry is, again, ahead of everybody. They have always been very close to the medical world. They have doctors on site, they have nurses on site. Before bringing in miners from the Eastern Cape, they went out there and tested them. Any of them that had high temperatures have not come back to work. Any of them that showed any signs of possibly being COVID-19 have not come back to work, and they have had zero positive testing up to now. So hopefully it will remain like that.
That's it for today. Join us again next time for more news analysis on the local and global mining industries. And don't forget to listen to the audio version of our Mining Weekly daily email newsletter.